Things are very rarely entirely as they seem. The key is to try to grasp the bigger picture, to understand the larger forces at play. Work out what their goals and endgames might be. Only when you understand this does the pattern and the larger picture emerge. For example, Liquidation Order 821-16. High-ranking CDP military officer. Commander of an elite rapid deployment unit. Likes to get his hands dirty only when high kill counts are statistically likely. When not on operation, client remains in Central Command facility. Well defended. Hard to infiltrate. Untouchable. My third party was calling for target elimination at the earliest opportunity. How should I go about achieving my kill?
All due respect, sir. I gotta ask why that action was authorized. Gamma and Epsilon have been quiet for weeks. We've been on the back foot in Charlie and Delta, fighting for every scrap of ground. Moving our forces like that cost us territory we've already paid a high price for. Sir, permission to speak freely? Might want to consider a review of the intelligence. Seems like we hadn't clue one what we were going after out there. Felt like a show of force we didn't have to make. Don't appreciate being sent on wild goose chases and nearly get me and mine killed. Sir, hope it was worth it, sir.
Convincing my contacts at WA CENTCOM that my client was an HVT was easy. They agreed that a direct assault on targets in sectors Gamma and Epsilon would draw him out at an acceptable level of loss. Of course, they were unaware that I had arranged for their dead systems to malfunction. I suspected that the sudden appearance of a hole in the WA air defense grid would tip the statistical odds of a deployment of my client to the AO. Everything was proceeding on plan, until call signs Ruin and Battery led half a CDP battle group to the location that I was monitoring my targets from. Despite that minor inconvenience, I was able to proceed, engaging my client as he disembarked his transport and liquidated as specified. That momentary look of stupid surprise on his face as he realized he was already dead was priceless.
That whole setup was to smoke out one CDP a-hole? And you couldn't come up with something better than use those guys as bait? Here, I got a better plan for you. Take out their dead and flatten the whole base with standoff. One of these days you're gonna get what's coming to you, buddy. Just hope I'm there to see it.
Was that a threat? Stupid. And naive. This isn't a brawl. This is chess. You're pawns, nothing more. You set up the play, and leave your betters, knights, bishops, queens, and rooks, to strike tactically, surgically. You set the stage, doing whatever it takes to make the story convincing, giving hundreds of lies it must be. Then, at the right time, with a single flick of my wrist, thousands can be saved.
Based on the requirements laid out at the start of this procurement process, I'm certain that the intelligence gathered in the dossiers in front of you will lead you to conclude that the 8 referenced individuals will be the best subjects for your program. Further, I believe that the plant you specified be placed amongst them will independently verify my findings. As instructed, the intelligence was gathered covertly, using a number of...
Are you certain they were unaware of your surveillance?
Yes, sir. At stake my reputation.
There's more at stake here than your reputation.
Sir. Yes, sir.
Very well. Leave us. We were never here. We have never spoken.